right, boys and girls, today's lesson is adding and subtracting decimals. Some of you have been doing this with your checkbooks. So you've been adding and subtracting money when you do your class store. Some of you have had some practice with this, some of you have not. So just make sure you're taking notes and writing examples down so that you're ready to do your class kick. So we're going to add and subtract decimals. So the main thing that you need to think of when you add and subtract decimals, there's one very important rule that you have to follow, is you must line up the decimals. Okay? So if you see a problem that's like this, 1.2 plus 5.641. You are going to line those decimals up. So 1.2 plus 5.641. Now also, before you can add or subtract, once you line them up, you have to add your magic zeros in there so that you have the same number of digits. And then you can add, just like you do whole numbers, but make sure you drop that decimal straight down. So 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 4 is 4, 2 plus 6 is 8. You dropped your decimal down already. 5 plus 1 is 6. Okay? What if you had a problem like this? Okay, what if you had 3 minus 2.648? So when you go to line this up, boys and girls, 3 doesn't have a decimal, but if you remember, it's always to the right of it. So it's like 3 points. So I would put 3, that's my whole number. In this decimal, my whole number is 2. My decimal goes there. 648. So if I add my decimal there, I add magic zeros to my problem. Remember, I'm subtracting. Now you have 0 minus 8. Now, boys and girls, always make sure you think in your head, 0, take away 8. I have 0. I can't take away 8. So I have to borrow. I can't borrow from this 0 or this one. I have to go to my 3. My 3 becomes a 2. This 0 becomes a 10. Uh-oh, 0 minus 8. I still can't do it. So I'm going to borrow from this 10. It becomes a 9. Now this 0 becomes a 10. Okay, 0 minus 8. I still can't do it. 10 becomes a 9. This 0 becomes a 10. So 10 minus 8 is 2. 9 minus 4 is 5. 9 minus 6 is 3. Bring down your decimal. 2 minus 2 is nothing. So your answer is 0.352. Okay, we're going to do a couple more examples. What if you had 98 plus 7.28? Again, boys and girls, you're going to do that the exact same way. 98 is your whole number. Now, if you remember right, your decimal is going to be right after that 8. So then you have 7.28. And I'm adding here, boys and girls. So if you look at this, you have to add your magic zeros. Now, 0 plus 8 is 8. 0 plus 2 is 2. You drop down your decimal. 8 plus 7 is 15. You put your 5, carry your 1. 9 plus 1 is 10. So 105.28 will be your answer. Work really hard on your class kick, boys and girls, and if you have any questions, let us know.